Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of the TekTopia Survival Guide here on the TekTopia Town server. Guys, if you want to join me on this 100% free-to-play server with amazing people and me, all the information you need is down in the description. Just click the last link in the description. It'll give you all the information you need to download both TekTopia and to join this amazing server. Guys, today, after much waiting, we are beginning work on what I am calling the Sandonia Defense Force. That's right, today we will be getting Guards and Clerics so we can take on the evil Necromancer. But, there's always a but. I have a problem. So if you've been following me along in my series, you will know that I have 16 six-bedroom homes on the outside of our ground floor of our pyramid. And that's all the homes I have right now. No other ones are built, which means I do not have space to place these heart tokens down. And heart tokens, I have a plenty of. You look right here, boom. I don't even remember how many I have. I'm sure there's some quick math somebody's going to do. Take a screenshot. But, yeah. I have a lot of hearts, but I have nowhere to put them. And eventually, we're going to be adding more levels to this place. But there's another problem I have. And that is my severe lack of sandstone. So, way back when, I don't even know what episode it was, I had a ton of sandstone. I think it was the episode where I actually built the pyramid. All of these double chests were filled. I had shulkers in here, I had shulkers here, just filled with sandstone. But that's it. That is the last of the sandstone. Maybe a bit more, but literally, that is all. I have no more sandstone. I am out. So I can't build that second level. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to build some very basic structures outside of the pyramid, so that I have a place to, spawn in these children, and they can go to school, they become nitwits, and we can make guards. The other thing that's happened since last episode is I have actually finally gotten enough armor to fully kit out 10 initial guards. So there's some there, there's a bit more down here, and I actually started my chefs making golden apples. Now, one thing I discovered was that, like our blacksmiths, who only will create items if there aren't any in the storage, you actually get capped on golden apples. They will stop making them once you have 16, just like books and paper and other things. So that's something I didn't know, and now I'm sharing it with you. You'll only ever have 16 apples in your storage at any given time. You might have a bit more depending on how the chefs are functioning at any given time, but 16 is the cap that is built into the mod. So I'm going to build some basic structures out here, right where our old tree farm was. Might as well use the space, it's out here. I'm going to build one 6-bedroom home and 2 4-bedrooms. That way we have 14 villagers, enough for 10 guards and 4 clerics. And once that's done, I'll put all the heart tokens down, and I will be right back. So our temporary homes are now complete. All the children have been placed down. These things are super basic, guys. Literally just beds and chairs. Nothing else in here, because they're not going to last very long. Well, the one with the clerics might last a very long time, but the ones with guards will disappear by the end of this episode. The thing we got to do now is start figuring out what we want to do inside of our barracks. And the idea I had was, I'm going to use this corner room, like where my kitchen is right now, or where my butcher is in the other corners. And this is going to be kind of like the training area. This is where all the armor stands are going to be. This is where they can come in and, go whack, and get some skill levels. What I'm thinking in here, though, is like a typical World War II era barracks, where it's just a very long room. If you watch any basic training movie or movie with a basic training in it, just long rows of beds with like foot lockers, wall lockers. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on the floor yet, but we'll just figure it out as we go. But that's what I envision for this room is just beds on one wall, beds on the other, and then the training area back there. So I'm gonna start doing some stuff and things inside of here. And I'll come back once all of our kids have grown up into nitwits and this room is ready, and I'll show all that stuff off. Been a couple in-game days, guys, and our children have all grown up into nitwits, but I haven't converted any of them yet. I wanted to show my barracks off a bit and kind of show you what I was thinking. It's not 100% done. I have some other ideas, but I wanted to get these guys in here as soon as possible. So this is what I was talking about, just long rows of beds with a little foot locker, little wall locker. I had to find a way to, mob-proof the top here, and lighting isn't the greatest right now, but we're going to fix it later on. I have an idea for like some kind of little command room right over here, like with some maps and books and craziness. I think it looked really cool. But the thing I wanted to really show you was this training room, which is kind of now like a gym. So guards in the Sandonia Defense Force need to be very physically fit. They have to be able to fight. They have to be able to lift heavy weights, and they have to be, have some cardiovascular endurance, hence the treadmill. Now, there's a lot of armor stands in here. It doesn't look like it, but we've got the 5 on the wall. Now, I'm not sure if these 2 are actually going to be used by the guards. They probably will be. And then there's another 4 over here. There's 1 actually encased in these locks, and then 3 more in the floor right there. I'm not sure if that's going to cause issues, but if it does, we'll just take it out, and, it'll be fine. The other thing I'm not sure on is these footlockers, these chests here. Now, I know guards need to be able to, or all villagers need to be able to access an unobscured bed, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if it's from the side or from the front. So if we find that our guards, for some reason, cannot enter these beds, we'll have to remove these chests. But, it's not that big a deal. We'll figure it out. We will figure it all out. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm really proud of this. I did follow a tutorial. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head for a lot of this stuff, but I will absolutely leave a link to the videos in the description, because super easy, super simple to build, and I think they look pretty awesome. The other thing is this bed. I'm not sure if that's going to get claimed, which would make me very, very sad. I'd have to find some other blocks to put in here. Maybe just some slabs with some carpet on top might work. But yeah, we'll figure it out. If things don't work out, we can always fix them, and that's the beauty of this game. I love it. It's great. Hopefully it's night soon. Let's take a look. Yep, it's nighttime now, so I'm going to go grab those tokens, and we'll talk about the guards and the clerics. So I first wanted to talk about the Cleric, because the Cleric is a really, really great villager. They will heal your guards and your other villagers, so occasionally, like, I've had villagers taking damage as they're traversing stairs. Those Clerics are going to instantly run to them and heal them. The other really good thing is, occasionally your villagers will starve, just due to some minor bugs in the game. Like, I had a problem with my butchers a little bit ago, and Clerics would have absolutely rushed to the rescue in time for them to, get some food and heal back up. So let's convert this first one into our Cleric, Juliana Turknall. Love it. Okay, so let's look at their AI. Nothing. Literally nothing. They just kind of do their thing. It's great. I'm going to convert these other 4 guys in here right now into our 4 Clerics that we have. I find that 10 to 4 is a good ratio, guards to Clerics. I don't know why. It's just what I tend to do. It just kind of makes things very easy to keep track of how many things you have. So now we'll look at the guard. So let's just do you. You will be a guard now. So when you're converting guards, especially... Ooh, it's Anita. Nice. Anita is a friend of ours. So we don't want them equipping any iron, so we're going to shut that stuff off. So now they're going to go straight for the diamond stuff right off the bat. The other thing they're going to do is they're going to grab a golden apple from the chest over there. They're the only villagers that grab the golden apples. Well, if I can speak. And then we don't want leather armor either. Now, the super attack is a really cool thing. You want them doing that. Guard post we will talk about in a minute, because there's one place you should always have a guard post. Picking up emeralds deals with when they kill a Necromancer, they will pick up the emeralds that he drops. Practicing melee is when they're inside the barracks, they will do their thing. And then saluting the player, it's just nice to be recognized occasionally. Because of how we have our chest right now, I don't want to convert all of these guards at once. I have 6 of every item inside of this chest right here. So I want to do 5 at a time, and that way there's still 1 in there. That way it doesn't force our blacksmiths to do more armor and things. I don't want those chests to be empty at any given time. I don't want the blacksmiths putting them in a random location. So I'm going to convert 5, let them grab all the armor, and then convert the other 5, and then we will activate our barracks. Because it's a really cool thing. I hope it works. It worked in my single-player world. I'm not sure if it'll work on the server, where the guards just instantly teleport into beds, and we'll talk about their sleep patterns and other things when I get back to discuss that. So we are still in the process of actually getting all of our guards equipped up, and I realized I forgot to talk a bit more about the Cleric and what they can do. So they have 2 things they can do. They can bless and they can heal. So bless is what you see in front of you. Once a minute, they have the capability of bestowing both a health regen, or not a health regen, a happiness regen, and an additional skill levels to your villagers. So this guy, this is how you know they've been blessed, with these little yellow fart bubble things. And it'll also make their skill level green. So the way that works is once every minute, a Cleric can just pick a random target. I believe it's within 25 blocks. And they essentially bestow their levels onto that villager. So if you have a level 20 farmer and a level 30 cleric, and the cleric blesses that farmer for 5 minutes will be level 50. And they'll also get a nice happiness kind of regen thing happening. With healing, the clerics are going to prioritize guards before anything else, especially if the guards are in combat. So they will always go to the guards in combat before they try to heal another villager. I just can't believe I forgot to kind of give the specifics on that, because a lot of people would probably be asking. So I'm going to, you know, continue to let these guards equip themselves, and then we will discuss the Barracks a little bit more, and that awesome little teleportation trick, if it works, because it's just something really cool to see. And then we're going to talk guard posts, and then move on to the Necromancer. So I've set up our first 2 guard posts, and the first place you should absolutely put these down is in your mines. Your miners are probably the most at-risk villagers, because occasionally when they start digging things out, they will not place a torch down on a light level 7 patch. Possibly over there. Nope. But occasionally they won't put a torch down just because of how their day work cycle is. And so you might have a zombie show up at the next morning when they're trying to dig in a tunnel, and having these guys, there's one down there and another down there, is that much closer to your miners is very, very beneficial. Now, we have we're going to eventually have a lot more miners, so what I'm going to recommend in the future is actually placing them at the corners of your village, right where the Necromancer, scariness. Right at the corners of your village where the Necromancer will be spawning. It just makes it easier. They can literally, if you place a guard post over here in all 4 corners, or multiple guard posts, it's going to lead, to that Necromancer just going down that much quicker. But now I wanted to show you this cool kind of teleportation-y thing. So the guards and the clerics will sometimes be sleeping during the day, sometimes sleeping at night. So right now we only have 1 cleric sleeping. The other ones are out and about because they are our protectors, They need to be up at all hours. So right now there's only the 1 asleep in there. And then let's see, is there... Yeah, it looks like there's a few more in here. Somehow a farmer made it in here. So we've got 3 guards, or 2 guards sleeping right now. So if we place down this, Barracks icon, hopefully, as long as those chests don't mess things up, hopefully those guys are going to instantly teleport into bed here. Yep, there they go. It's just something really cool that happens from time to time. And it looks like that bed... Ooh, that's good, though. It's not valid for some reason, so that's good. Perfect. I wanted to see if that worked. Now, the other test is to see if they can actually get in and out of these beds because of those chests right there. The other thing that happens, and it only happens when you put down the barracks, not when you buy it, is you now have access to the guard captain. So the guard captain is the one and only kind of upgraded villager. You have to place it on a already made guard. So let's go to the tradesman. Hopefully it's here. Hopefully I don't have to actually reload the area. Yep, there he is. Guard captain. So you can only ever have 1 of these. You can purchase more, but if you purchase more and use them on multiple guards, eventually one of the previous guard captain will no longer be a captain. He'll be a regular guard. So only ever buy 1 guard captain token. So now I'm going to look around for the, best guy to put this on. Probably somebody who's got a name that I like. Maybe Anita. Maybe Anita will become our guard. Now that we're all done, though, we have guards, we have clerics, and eventually we're going to have this guard captain here. It's time. It is time that we can fight the Necromancer. Now, if I timed this correctly, my previous video should have been an awesome breakdown on the Necromancer. So I did a second for science video on the Necromancer. I cover all of the levels, how many villagers you need per level, how many mobs they can summon in, how many they can control. So I highly suggest, if you are interested in taking on the Necromancer, that you watch that video. We currently have 110 villagers, so we are guaranteed to get the level 5 red cloak dude. So he's going to hopefully spawn in here any minute. But yeah, if you were really interested in Necromancer, I highly suggest you watch that video. I'll actually have a link to it in the end screen of the video. So now I'm just going to wait around. I'm going to wait for a Necromancer to show up. And I'm probably going to take this guy on myself, just because I haven't fought one yet this season, and I kind of want to do that. So the waiting game begins. So guys, I did a derp. I derped something up. I have been AFKing here for a very long time. I AFK'd for about 2 hours, no Necromancer spawned. I logged off, logged back in, AFK'd for like another hour, and still no Necromancer spawned. So for the last 2 in-game days, I have been looking for the merchant from up here. And I have not seen a merchant from up here because I am too high up. I am actually not loading in the corners of my village right now. There and over there. So yeah, I've been AFKing for no reason whatsoever because we are way, way too high. So now I'm going to go down. I'm going to go AFK closer to where I usually AFK at, near our fish farm and all that fun jazz. And hopefully a Necromancer will spawn in soon, because this is getting a little ridiculous at this point, and I can't believe I didn't even realize it until now. But I'll be back, hopefully, when I hear that beautiful sound of a Necromancer spawning into our village. Okay, guys, finally, after a little bit of time, we have a Necromancer somewhere out here. So now we need to hunt him down, which means flying and checking our corners to see where he is. He's probably going to be, yeah, right here. Look at that. So, one thing I'm not going to do on this server is trap him, like I did in my For Science episode. It tends to cause a bit of lag. When I was doing something similar to this during alpha and beta testing, I definitely got yelled at by the mods of the server to stop it. To stop it very quickly, because it spams console. It spams the server console a lot, and they were getting very upset with me. Me and my friends did this same thing right here for about 45 minutes, and then lag ensued. But if you're on a single-player world, I absolutely recommend to just continue to kill the Wither Skeletons to get their glorious bits. So I'm going to do this for as long as I deem realistic, probably only about 5 minutes. This is great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. First Necro of Season 2. And, yeah, guys, calm down. Calm down a little bit, please. But I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. And hopefully get a few more, because I really need some beacons. I want to set up a ton of them at our base. To have all the boosts. I want everything. I want all the things. So, yeah, this is going great. But I will be back shortly. Hopefully, I've got a beacon in tow. At least one beacon in tow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Ah! Craziness. Die. I'll be back shortly, guys. So this is our same Necro. I killed a bunch of his dudes, and this is one thing I wanted to show off that not a lot of people understand. So right now, our Necro won't take any damage whatsoever because he has his little shield thing up. Because he's soul linked with this bunny right here. This bunny right here, yeah, he dead now. So, ow. I'm gonna try to kill this guy. It looks like he's still soul linked with something else, and I don't know what it is. This is interesting, because I can't damage him at all right now. What are you soul linked with? Oh, there's another bunny. Let's go over here. Oh, and the restart timer's up. Oh, I gotta kill this guy quickly. And I'm about to die. I have very little health. Let me eat num-nums. There we go. Necro dead. Necro dead. Good, 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 good. Ooh, and rabbit meat. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, weird. Weirdness. So our first Necromancer has been killed, and sadly, it did not yield any Wither Skulls. No Wither Skulls whatsoever. He actually stopped spawning additional mobs, and I'm wondering it might be a server setting that is preventing him from doing that, which makes my little Necromancer traps from my For Science episode a little bit irrelevant at this point, which is very upsetting because I was fully planning on selling some beacons in the near future. And by near future, I mean the next episode. Because I'm setting up a shop, guys. We have all these villager items that we need to sell. Because I cannot sell them fast enough to the merchant. So I'm going to offer them to our other server mates. Which are plentiful at the current moment. A lot of new people, too. So hopefully all those new people will buy all of my goods. But that is next time, guys. But until then, you have a good one.